Viewer from Otter Tail, one of the things I appreciate about our audience is they are tracking a wide variety of issues, and they're not afraid to call in and put our distinguished panel on the spot about issues that maybe aren't in the headlines but are nonetheless important. This viewer from Otter Tail has been watching legislation regarding admission criteria for veterans' homes, and he wants to know if there's what the status of that is and what feedback the panel has heard from veterans and veteran service staff. Now, does anyone know anything in detail about that issue?
And that's particularly the criteria for admission, right?
Right, exactly.
And I believe there was just a decision, it's a bill that is moving forward, and the criteria were, they were suggesting that the first person in should be the disabled veteran, the wounded veteran, then other veterans, then spouses of veterans, and last family members of veterans. And I think, I don't know, I think most of us would say a wounded veteran or a disabled veteran should have top priority. But this has apparently become very, very controversial. And whether there's a misunderstanding about it in terms of how we're communicating it and how veterans are hearing it, but it has been strongly opposed by veterans, and I think that part, at least in the House, is now going to be taken out of the bill, in terms of what I've been able to figure out.
Anyone else have anything to add to that or that summary?
Well, you know, we've been around the state and visited many veterans' homes, and I think you quickly come to realize, and then of course you get impact or input from back home, and you realize, you know, there's a whole lot more demand here than there are beds, and the number of beds are actually a function of a federal allocation, and we can only have so many, and so the entrance criteria becomes even tighter in terms of who really, you know, who should be first and second.
And no federal money is forthcoming.
So
Last year we put $18 million in the bill because the Veterans Affairs really expected that would be matched by the federal government. We waited in August and September and October and November and December and January, and now understand that it's been awarded to 19 states and we are 21. So there's very little federal money anymore, and I think some of us feel until they figure it out in Washington, we should still say, what should we be doing locally to assure that there is housing for veterans and health care for veterans? So if it means we come up with some models ourselves in the interim, I think we are looking at those possibilities.